What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Review Garage. Today on the table we have the Vertx SOCP and the Eberlestock Fade Flex. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a full head-to-head breakdown, comparing both these bags, and ultimately let you know what bag I think comes out on top. Now, before we get into this little head-to-head battle here with the Fade Flex and the SOCP, I do want to tell you that if you are interested in my individual reviews of either of these bags, both the Fade Flex and the SOCP, I do have my full reviews and breakdowns up on my channel of both these packs, so be sure to check that out if you're looking for more of an in-depth review on either of these bags. Now, getting right into our comparison today of these two packs, we'll go ahead and start with the size. Obviously, so the SOCP here, Fade Flex here. We'll go ahead and just do a little side-by-side comparison so you can kind of see the size difference on these two. Both these bags are able to carry a full-size firearm. So look here from the top view, pretty similar here. Look at the side. You'll kind of notice, especially on the side view here, that the SOCP is quite a bit bulkier. A lot of that because you have your individual phone pocket up front, but also these wings on the SOCP are obviously very thick because you have a little compartment in here on each side where you can store any items you might think. I was actually using this to put my AirPods in. It worked great. Also could put my car keys in here. So a nice little feature on the SOCP there. I don't want to get too much into features yet because this is just the size, but just pointing that out. As you'll see, the SOCP quite a bit more bulky. Let's see if we get this here. Right there. Let's look at the backs here. On our backs. So similar size, but when you take in the wings on the SOCP, it's actually almost 17, I believe it's 17 inches wide compared to just 10 inches on the Fade Flex. Obviously, you just have nothing on the wings here, just your strap. So as a basic size comparison, you can definitely kind of tell right off the bat that the Fade Flex is a little bit more of a low profile design. I'll obviously hit on that more later. But what I wanted to start with to really kind of show you how these two packs can kind of hold, since this is obviously going to be more centered around a concealed carry pack, I want to show you each pack with one. I have three firearms. I have a full-size 1911, a Glock 19, so compact, and then I have a SIG 365, so a micro compact as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna set each in the bag just so you can kind of see how much space is still available in the pack when you have your firearm in there, and you can also kind of see how they fit with each of those different sizes in here. So we'll go ahead and start with the Fade Flex. Now I don't have any holster or anything in there because I just kind of wanted to show you just kind of how it looks, just bare in here. Now, all these pistols have already been safety checked, no mags given in them. We're all clear, so you'll see. So this is obviously with a micro compact 365. So you can see plenty of room to angle this however you might want it, depending on how you're carrying. Tons of space. You even have room to, if you wanted to mount a mag on this side, plenty of space to do that. All sorts of space in here. With the Fade Flex, we'll go ahead and show you the same on the SOCP. Let's see here. Sorry, the SOCP does come with this little retention holster. I'm gonna pop this out just for the purpose of this review. As you can see, this one does. It is nice that it comes with this. Although most of you probably would be upgrading this anyways, but it is nice that it comes with a little retention holster there. So let's see. So our micro compact 365, as you can see, plenty of room to kind of move this around however you might want it to be angled. A lot of room there in both bags with a micro compact. And now we will go up to Glock 19. So again, all clear. So compact here. You'll see still plenty of room here in the Fade Flex. It's still have room to angle it around a little bit. Not quite as much, obviously, but Still enough room here. We'll go ahead and do the same on the SOCP. And then here, as you can see, still enough room to kind of mount it depending on your angle you prefer drawing at. Still have enough room there. And then we'll go all the way up to the full size here. Got the 1911, all clear. This one does even have a weapon light on it. Going to obviously be tighter fit, but you can definitely, as you see, get it in here. Just a little bit of space, not as much room to angle it how you might want, but definitely still fits a full size in the Fade Flex. And then doing the same in the SOCP. Kind of have to push the SOCP front pocket down a little bit, but there's still plenty of room to still get it in here. It actually goes a little deeper than we kind of show here, but still plenty of room in both bags to get a full size. So they're both advertises, obviously being able to carry a full size, and you are ultimately able to get a full size in each of them. If you're looking to carry a full size, it's not personally something I do, but you do have that versatility in both packs to carry up to a full size if you wish. So now that we got our size comparison kind of out of the way, we'll go right into the capacity on both these. I believe that the Fade Flex is right around 3 liters and the SOCP has around 3.5. So the SOCP has a little bit more space inside. Kind of open up these packs. So on the SOCP, I'll give you a quick little breakdown here. SOCP, you do have your individual phone slot. Now again, if you want more of the features on the SOCP, because it's kind of endless features on this bag, I'm only going to hit on some of them in this video, but if you want them all, please check out that individual review video that I've done on this one, so you can kind of see all the features the SOCP has to offer. But so we got our main concealed carry compartment here, and then we got our middle admin pocket here. So you got a nice zipper mesh storage here on the SOCP. Nice deep, really deep pockets here. You have 2 little Velcro pockets on the side here. These are really wide. A lot of room in this compartment here. So 3 main compartments. Now on the Fade Flex, let's see, similar here. You do obviously not have a separate phone slot, but you got your main compartment here, your little admin pocket here with 3 little open little mesh pockets there. You have your zipper storage inside here, nice deep zipper storage, and then it's nice you can Velcro anything you want here on this side for organization, and then of course on our concealed carry, plenty of room here for full size, and then you also can mount whatever you want on this side as well, which is nice. So capacity-wise, both bags do have a lot of space. Kind of the way I've kind of been thinking about the Fade Flex, it's more of a kind of blank canvas with the space. It's like more open. You have more freedom to kind of set it up, customize it how you might see fit, depending on how you're trying to use it. SOCP, a lot more structured storage all around on the SOCP. I also should mention that the SOCP does come with, I'd already taken it out here, but comes with this removable little zipper pouch. That's nice. Right here it has even another smaller zipper inside it that can go in the concealed carry. It mounts right up in here. Now I don't like really having anything in my concealed carry spot other than my firearm, but if you're using this as a utility bag, this is an awesome option that it comes with this, so you can kind of give yourself some more storage options. Or if you're someone who doesn't mind carrying, stuff in your concealed carry compartment, you can also use this as well. So it's a nice feature that Vertx included with this SOCP. So again, I definitely want to reiterate on the organization with the SOCP. You got a lot of set spots. It's more segmented, and then on your Fade Flex, you're kind of a free flow, set it up how you wish. But again, the SOCP, you got obviously your designated phone slot, which I do like a lot. I love having a designated phone slot. I think that's a really nice feature to have, so you're not, your phone's just kind of in its own little spot. But again, it's very, very segmented throughout. A lot of, again, you got these hidden compartments on the wings. You're able to even get the body armor plates in this SOCP through the back here, and then also you even have, again, just kind of hitting home on the organization of the SOCP. You got these little laser cut attachments where you can mount anything you want on here. I think they advertised it with their SOCP dagger. I don't have one of those, but I was using this just to mount my light on, my flashlight on. When I was walking around the neighborhood, I was mounting it right here, and it was really easy to, when I'm carrying around the chest, to just whip it out of here and not have to use a zipper or anything. So again, there's a lot of like segmented storage on the SOCP, kind of endless features on it, where you can kind of just have a lot of space to just do little knick-knack things with the SOCP. So, and then here again, our Fade Flex, pretty open, just pretty open design. I do like the admin pocket on the Fade Flex quite a bit. Like, these are nice deep pouches. This is easy to access. So I do like this. It's simple, but I do like this front setup here quite a bit on the Fade Flex. Now, getting into comfort on both these packs, I will say the Fade Flex feels, it's listed, I believe, only like an ounce lighter than the SOCP, but it feels like lighter when you're carrying it. It wears a lot lighter. The material is a little softer material as well. Both these are obviously a nylon material. This is just feels like the SOCP is a much more durable, thick feeling, robust, solid material. Whereas this just feels more like kind of like a weatherproof, water resistant, kind of your more typical nylon material here. But it feels a lot lighter. So when you're wearing this, the Fade Flex or the SOCP, the Fade Flex just wears a lot lighter and kind of easier, in my opinion. Even though the weight differences aren't too much, it's just, as you can tell, again, we hit on earlier, it's just a more low profile, slimmer pack. It's not nearly as bulky. So it just wears a little bit more comfortably. And again, I only use both these packs. I only ever use the SOCP as a chest sling. I never carry this around the waist. I guess you could, but it's definitely more designed for around the chest. The Fade Flex as well, again, use this mostly around the chest. I did carry it around, around the waist a couple times. It's just a little big for that. These are both, in my opinion, these are both made more for chest carry. Now, getting into build quality, with both these bags, obviously with Vertx and Eberlestock, they're both really quality bags. I think the build quality is really good on each of them. I kind of hit on this earlier, but the SOCP just feels more textured and abrasive resistant with the material. But the build quality on both, I do feel, is very strong. I will say, and I've hit on this if you watched any of my individual reviews, one of the big things I think that the SOCP is better at, or stronger at, I should say, is the buckle system in the back. This is one of the weak points, I think, on the Fade Flex. Not because I had any issue with it, but just because it just feels weaker to me, is the buckle in the back. You can tell it's pretty light, thin plastic. Feels a little bit dainty. It's really easy to push, like almost to where, and again, like I haven't had an issue with this, so I want to emphasize that, but almost feels like you could almost accidentally, unbuckle this if you're shifting weight a certain way. It's just a very light buckle here. If you compare that to the SOCP, as you can see, I mean, just look at that. It's a much thicker. Let me actually open this up. So we'll look here. You can see the thickness on this. Quite a bit thicker on the SOCP. So if you hear the click here on the SOCP, that's a loud, confident buckle. No concerns with this, disengaging, popping off, or breaking. Whereas this, I feel like on the Fade Flex, a little bit of a weaker point here. But I'm sure they did this to get the weight down a little bit. But I do think it's worth pointing out that the buckle on the SOCP feels quite a bit better. But general build quality around on both of these bags is awesome. Good stitching all around. See the stitching here on the SOCP up top there. Just really good quality all around. Not really any weak points. Even on our wing here, really solid stitching here on the SOCP. And same thing with the Fade Flex. So you can see that Fade Flex has a nice, I really like on the Fade Flex, this is nice, really thick zipper design. Again, you can see that really nice stitching up top, but again, quality pack all around. You even got your stitching inside up here. Everything looks really good, feels really good. So two quality packs for sure. I do feel like if I had to pick one that I think could survive, if I had to pick one that I think could survive getting dragged behind my truck or something like that for whatever reason, the SOCP kind of feels like you could just drag this thing behind my truck and it would just still be fine. Like it just has a more rigid, kind of durable feel to it. So now getting into looks and aesthetic, now obviously that's going to be pretty subjective, but I do think most people would agree that the Fade Flex looks quite a bit less tactical and more just like a standard kind of utility bag. I don't think it screams I'm carrying a firearm or tactical or anything like that. Just kind of like a more neutral looking bag, which I definitely prefer that on the Fade Flex. Now, the SOCP does come in a few different colors. I chose the OD green and black, so I probably did choose like the most tactical looking color, so that could definitely be my fault as well. But again, I just think if you're looking at these two, I mean, this one clearly looks a lot more tactical. Not a big deal to some people, but I do think definitely if that is something you're looking for to be a little more discreet, without question, the Fade Flex to me is the more discreet looking, kind of low profile design. But I will say, again, the Fade Flex, the SOCP, I think this is a really good looking pack. It's a very good looking pack. It's definitely a tactical looking pack in my opinion. Now I also did want to talk about the zipper system on both these bags, since that's an important aspect with concealed carry. So on our Fade Flex, you do have the T-pull handle on your main concealed compartment, which I did like this T-pull system quite a bit. Like this is easy to grab, easy to move quickly to access your firearm. On the SOCP here, we have these tabs on every zipper, which is nice as well. Didn't love these quite as much. I liked the T-pull on the main compartment on the Fade Flex to access your firearm. I like this better than just this standard access tab here on the SOCP. But I do prefer the SOCP tabs everywhere else. Like if you compare these two, so Fade Flex and the SOCP, you can see SOCP quite a bit larger, easier to kind of get your thumb on. I do prefer these everywhere else on the bag, and it is nice that they put these literally everywhere. So it's like you got them on, here on your phone, you got them on your admin pocket, you got them obviously on your back concealed pocket. They kind of put them all around, which was nice. And even going on the inside here, this zipper is easy to grab here on the admin pocket. Let me open this up on the Fade Flex. I'm upside down here. Let's open this. Again, they have this. They do bring one of these little tabs inside, which is nice. But this is really easy to grab as well here. One thing to point out on the Fade Flex, while I'm talking about zippers on the back, which is kind of, I'm sure there's a reason for this, why they did this. I'm not sure what it was. If someone knows, maybe put it in the comments. But this back compartment, which I should also mention is a nice, useful compartment on the Fade Flex. So, and I should also, I guess I completely failed to mention that it has this retainer system for your excess belt here that you can just tighten or loosen and keep it in here. So it's really nice to not have any loose slack on your strap hanging out. It all just goes in here, which is awesome. But yeah, this zipper on this back is so tiny. Like I Since this doesn't have a designated phone slot, I was putting my phone in this back, which I found nice. Again, plenty of room in here, but I'm gonna have to buy something to make this a little bit more of a substantial zipper here. I mean, that's comically small. So kind of it's almost, yeah, it is. It's funny how small that is. So kind of worth mentioning there. But yeah, zipper system good on each of them. I did like on the Fade Flex. I just feel like this zipper I think I had a little more confidence, a little more success pulling this zipper on the actual zipper on the Fade Flex here versus on the SOCP. Again, nothing wrong with the SOCP zipper, but I did feel like the Fade Flex was just a little smoother on the actual zipper pulls. So something to keep in mind. But they're both really good zipper systems, but I would give a slight edge on the actual zipper on the Fade Flex. So just going into some pros on the Fade Flex. Again, to me, my favorite thing is how it can hold up to a full size, but it kind of still keeps that low profile design. That's going to be the money. That's where the money is on this bag for me. It's versatility to carry up to a full size, but also really low profile design, not bulky at all. You got that internal adjustable belt, so there's no excess slack here anywhere. Just a very nice minimalist design on the Fade Flex. And again, with that low profile design, it doesn't look tactical at all to me, which I like. Another pro, obviously it's lightweight, very comfortable. And again, when you're kind of setting this up how you see fit, again, it's a blank canvas kind of all around on the Fade Flex. So those are some pros on the Fade Flex that I found. And getting into a couple cons on the Fade Flex, of course, I'm gonna mention the buckle. That to me is a con. No issues with it, but I would like something a little more substantial back here. Our tiny zipper, not a big deal, but tiny zipper there. The material feels a little bit thin, which I think it's kind of a double-edged sword because I think that's what makes it nice and comfortable and keeps its kind of low profile design. But it feels maybe a little bit thin. So that's something to kind of think about. There's no exterior pockets on the Fade Flex. And then also you really just have your two main compartments. I mean, you got your kind of admin pocket here and then your concealed carry compartment. You do have this one on the back as well with the buckle strap in there. So with the strap, you're probably not putting too much stuff in here because you have a strap in here that can get in your way. But I was able to get my phone in there fine. But yeah, no exterior pockets or anything like that. No thrills with the Fade Flex. Now the SOCP pros, again, I would say that the first thing I'll say with the SOCP is it's kind of just built like a tank. It just feels like it's just built for a tank ready to go to paddle. It feels really well. So I think that's definitely worth mentioning. And of course, there's just kind of endless features on this bag. Again, I'm not gonna go into all those, but I mean, you can put your phone in here and you can flip this lid back and be recording or filming someone with, kind of discreetly here. You got obviously your wings. You got your wings. You can put storage in here. You can put armor. It's armor plate compatible. You got the attachments on the back here, which are really cool for all sorts of things. So just it's a very, to me, the SOCP is just a very purpose-built bag for concealed carry. You can just tell they put a lot of thought, a lot of time into designing a very extreme purpose-built CCW bag, and that's really what the SOCP is to me. Again, it's very durable. It is nice. It also comes with that. Does come with the holster retainer, the mag strap, and then you also have that zipper pouch that is removable. So again, there's a lot of cool features. I definitely appreciate the time they put into designing this SOCP bag. My cons on the SOCP, again, for me, it's just tactical. The appearance is very tactical looking, so I think it's definitely worth mentioning again. Now it is bulky. It's a little bulky for me, as well as thick. Again, you got this kind of tank material, but it is a little bit thicker material. It doesn't wear quite as light and breathe as easy as the Fade Flex. And also the price I should have mentioned the price on both these. A con for the SOCP, again, it retails for around $112, I believe, whereas the Fade Flex retails for around $80. Now, again, these do go on sale quite a bit, but the SOCP will definitely be the more expensive of the two packs. So kind of the one sentence summary of how I would sum up the SOCP. Again, duty grade, off body carry, heavy duty, modular, armor ready SOCP. Now for our Fade Flex, I would say it's a everyday, discreet, CCW, minimalist design, slim, low profile, looks like a normal bag. Now for me personally, again, these are both, I think these are two really strong bags. I like them both. If I could only pick one, I kind of much prefer the Fade Flex, and that's more because as I've owned both these bags, I've kind of realized I'm more into the minimalist kind of low profile design, simple, easy. I don't add a lot of like kind of tactical stuff in my carry anyways. So a lot of this stuff just isn't, it's just not for me personally. But if you are into, the features, the armor plates, being able to attach stuff on the back, all these little features, and being able to record, on the front pouch here, all the features of the SOCP, it's great for that. It's just not for me personally. I really prefer the Fade Flex. It's lighter, easier for me to carry, fits my body a little bit better, and it just looks kind of like a normal pouch to me. So I prefer the Fade Flex for me personally, but by no means did I not like the SOCP. I think for me being a little smaller, skinnier, it's just a little bit bulky for me as well. And I just, again, I guess I kind of found out with these two bags, I'm more of just a minimalist. So that's where the Fade Flex kind of excels for me. And with that, I think that covers what I wanted to hit on both these bags in our comparison. Like I mentioned a couple times earlier, I do have quite a few other, I've been going down kind of a rabbit hole with these concealed carry packs, utility packs, fanny packs, chest packs, whatever you want to call them. I do have a lot more videos on my channel of other bags. If that's something you're interested, I have Vertx, I have the Long Walks, the Everyday 2.0, I have the Eberlestock, the Bando. So I have quite a few other bags on the channel if you're interested in watching those. And I will also have a couple more head-to-head reviews, comparisons coming out in the coming weeks as well. So if that's kind of content you're interested in, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. And as always, be on the lookout for more reviews from the Review Garage.